Welcome to the Golden Rule. So let's start off with an empty canvas, a blank wall. You know, some people find Jesus in life, and Jesus came to put an end to animal sacrifices. He is a man that encourages compassion and love, and these things align with the Golden Rule. Keep watching. The Golden Rule is a principle that guides people to treat others as they want to be treated. It is also known as the ethics of reciprocity. The Golden Rule has been around since 500 BCE and has been updated over time. Watch how this mother treats her son. She's using the Golden Rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. No one would separate these beautiful family. What about this family? This mother's looking after her babies. It would be wrong to separate this family. She loves her children, and the children love her. The Golden Rule is also a precept in the Gospel of Matthew 7:12. It states, "In everything do to others what you have done to them to you." The Golden Rule can also be expressed in its negative form. Do not do to others what you would not do to yourselves. Many scholars. Exodus 20:13. Thou shalt not kill. You shall not murder. You are not to commit murder. Thou dost not murder. Never murder. This scripture is for all life, animals and humans alike. Job 12:7. But ask the animals and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky and they will tell you, or speak to the earth and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? You want to see the Golden Rule in action? Well, it's not gold bars. Let's watch some videos of animal activists speaking up for vulnerable animals, and also some videos of animals enjoying life.
And they suffocate from the inside out. They burn from the inside out. And you wouldn't want this done to you, so why would you have it done to another conscious living being? Ask yourself, would you want this done to you? And the answer is no, you would not want it done to you. So why would you do it to another sentient being?
Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while, and that is zoos. Zoos, they claim to be places for education and conservation, but the reality is they're nothing more than prisons for innocent animals. Imagine being taken away from your home and family and then forced to spend your entire life in a cage, in a concrete box with a fake-ass environment. How would you feel? If we wouldn't want to be treated like that, how is it acceptable to do that to other sentient beings? Keeping animals against their will?
Raise awareness about the plight of animals around the world going to slaughter, and we're promoting veganism, and we're also raising awareness about animal agriculture's impact on the environment. It's a leading cause of climate change, and it's an existential threat. In 50 years, this planet will look entirely different unless we change our behavior and move towards a plant-based diet. And it's also, we are concerned about people's health. I mean, both my parents died from cancer. I'm vegan, and I think my health prospects are much better. And bacon is a level group 1 carcinogen according to the World Health Organization, alongside tobacco. So all these concerns were raised by my lawyers. So they didn't fight this case in a narrow way, like, oh, this is just like a welfare issue and I'm showing some compassion. No, this is much.
First question is how to go vegan. Somebody in here is not vegan. John, how to go vegan? Think of yourself as being in the animal's position. What crime have humans committed other than being born non-human? What have they done to deserve the wrath that you inflict on them? If you're not vegan, you abuse animals. Connect to that, understand that. How to go vegan is not nearly as important as why you need to be vegan. The reason why you need to be vegan is because anything less can't be morally justified. How would you feel if you were being needlessly stabbed to death for a sandwich? Think about it. If you're in their position, is there any other option than you being vegan? I want to know what is stopping you from being vegan. I know it's not how, because we live in an age where we have the internet at our disposal. You're using it right now. If you know how to use Zoom, you know how to use Google. If you know how to use Google, you can type in any question into Google. Is this product vegan? Is this ingredient vegan? The only compass you need in order to figure out how to be vegan is this vegan or is this not? Am I being a human supremacist or am I not? So when you go into any situation where you can choose a vegan option or a non-vegan option, dates, vegan option. Why am I eating this? Because I'm not a human supremacist. I don't see myself as more important and more special than non-human animals. In fact, I see non-human animals with more majesty in many cases than I see in humans. Think about it. What justification do we have to slide knives in the throats of innocent beings who suffer just like you do for a fucking sandwich when you can eat another sandwich that's made out of plants and no one suffered screaming and choking on their own blood for that? It's a pretty easy decision to make when you put yourself in the victim's position, isn't it? Google is all you need to figure out how is this restaurant vegan? Where is the vegan food near me? That's all you need to do is type these questions into Google and it will direct you. You can also go to our website, cubeoftruth.com, if you need some information. I mean, you don't need much information though. This is simple shit.
When Jesus summed up the law and the prophets in his Sermon on the Mount, he directed, "So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. And basically, Jesus is saying that when we put the needs of others before our own, we live out the heart of
A shocking confession from a prisoner reads,
I've been confined for 27 years to a concrete box, and prison staff treat me like an animal, branded with a number.
It's interesting that around the world we claim to be animal lovers and caretakers, preaching that we look after animals with the best of welfare, yet one of the worst ways a human can be treated is like an animal. This speaks volumes.
Many times throughout the day, I forget that I am human. When I try to remember, prison staff won't let me forget that I'm just another number.
Here we can draw another parallel in the way that animals are objectified, ear-tagged, branded and commodified. They are no longer a sentient being, but a unit of production.
I never thought I'd be on the receiving end of a cattle prod. Here, the incarcerated are viewed by prison officials as simply dollar signs with a certain price attached to them.
Again, like animals in sale yards, whose dismembered body parts will be sold in stores for a few bucks.
It is easy to compare incarcerated people and animals, like zoo animals. Those of us behind bars are tagged with a permanent wristband, identified by a number, caged and marched in single file through the feeding gates. All the things that I observed on the small Tennessee farm where I was raised as a child.
Another profound connection. But it's important to note that the vast majority of farmed animals around the world are treated far, far worse than most human prisoners, forced to live in conditions we wouldn't subject even the worst of criminals to.
Back then, I watched my father steer the cattle, direct them to the field to graze on, monitor their output of milk, and when their usefulness was complete, he drove them to the slaughterhouse to meet their death.
Another realization emerges about how innocent animals are treated. They are sent off to be killed, while he will live. Even prisoners on death row who are convicted of shocking crimes will be fed a last meal of their choice. which often contains the bodies of animals who have done nothing wrong at all. A blatant display of injustice right before our very eyes. I looked up the writer to see what he was convicted for. He is serving 2 life sentences for murder. This prisoner took someone's life, but the animals, to whom he compares his harsh treatment, and who are treated far, far worse, committed no crime at all. They were just born into a species that humans have doomed to perpetual hell. Please don't be the reason animals are persecuted and treated, well, like animals. It's time we collectively change what it means to be treated like an animal. It's time to free the innocent from the chains our selfish desires have enslaved them into and respect their fundamental rights. It's time we collectively embrace the philosophy of veganism.
Of what's being called the golden rule. Sometimes it comes in a positive version. Always treat all others as you'd like to be treated yourself. And equally important is the negative version. Don't do to others what you would not like them to do to you. Look into your own heart, discover what it is that gives you pain, and then refuse under any circumstance whatsoever to inflict that pain on anybody else.
The Golden Rule. The Golden Rule will guide you to the truth. Remember, do to others how you would want to be treated. This includes, don't kill animals. They don't want to die. Just like you. Here is your homework. Define ahimsa and the word vegan. Watch the real reason people are going vegan here at this link, free. www.watchdominion.com. How do you treat animals? Remember the golden rule and be kind.